Hold on a little bit. I'm fixing some stuff here, and oh, I should open this one first, not that one. So the hair right now is the infamous protagonist mom hair. all right, I can try. I can try. Hold on a little bit. Let me turn on the music. So, hello everyone! Anyone who just dropped by here, welcome to the Kirabaku show, where... Oh, sorry, I botched my opening. Hello there everyone, my name is Kirabaku and I'm your host and your voice here to entertain you and may or may not have no idea what the heck I'm doing. And the guy behind me is the voice behind Kirabaku. Just treat him like a freaking stan, because I am a stan user. That person behind me is a stan. Just believe that he's a stan. Oh, I got the hardest pose that is in my brain for doing this one. I'm not sure I'm capable of doing that pose or not, but I'll try. I can't use my right hand because I just applied some ointment for some rash. So this hand is actually pretty, yeah, untouchable on the eyeball. But my eye is so itchy today. Yeah, it's so hard to focus on my eye, so I've been like, I guess I shouldn't do it in the first place, like scratching my eyes. Just makes things more itchy, actually. Okay, which version of Yui I need to draw? Let's have like a sketch version of the plan that I want to have, but not sure I'm being able to do it. Hi there, Healy. It's surprised to see you around this time. Isn't it like supposed to be like a middle of dead of the night for you? Is it like, or is it like a very very early morning for you? I'm not really sure about everyone time zone. I'm to stream a little bit earlier, but yeah, it's raining and I need to go out and eat because I haven't go out for quite a long time. I need socializing, going out the door, breathe a little bit fresh air, but it's raining, so I need to wait out for the rain and then like I can start going out. So it took me later to actually do the stream because of that. Because the food I ate is like Western food, so it's going to like take longer for them to sort of like fry it up and like, you know, not just fry it up. It's like I also eating like, I know eating steak as breakfast is very stupid, but that is how I normally eat. And now I don't do that every day. I don't do that every day. Only like once per month. I only do that. You know, it's funny that I keep saying like I'm actually like a very say-so person, that I don't really like draw loot stuff, and here I'm drawing this kind of things. To be honest, it's still very difficult for me to draw actual loot stuff. This is more like play around, because I do watch a lot of anime, so I still can kind of like print out the stuff that I remembered. So this VTuber have like a bunny girl outfit, and then the prompt I gave is like being smart, and then bunny girl and slash smart let me remember like the library, and then library, and then let me remember the library scene with bunny girl senpai. So yeah, it's kind of like match up together, so I just like use that as a reference. Ooh. Actually, the more I progress, like the more details start to like add into it, which is not good. Again, this is called simple style. It's supposed to be very simple, very sketchy. But the more I draw, as you kind of notice, this like friendship chain drawing that I made is supposed to be very basic art. The art has become slowly more and more complex. It used to have zero background, and now they have background. Yeah, for me, it's like I used to stream a lot in my morning time, but later on I can't wake up that well, so I decided to move to like midnight stream for me. But it seems that my midnight stream is not really I won't really say popular. It's more like I usually get more audience when I actually stream like my 9 to 5 work hour for some reason. So when I actually start streaming, it feels like I'm actually working sometimes, since I'm doing like live art commissions back in the days. But you know, I don't do that anymore. I just want to draw what I want. So even people like commission me to do art, I'll just draw what I want, but of course they have to pay me. But that is like the very weird kind of request, so I don't think I think it's also because of that I don't get any work at all. I need to draw more and then pump out my art more. I've been sort of like spam a lot in like social media to promote my artwork and stuff, but it seems that I've been like you know, spam a little bit too much. But I also draw a lot. That's the question. It's like, did I spam too much from drawing a lot? Because I do need like a lot of artwork as portfolio, like showing out to people. This is what I can draw, if you let me have the freedom. I'm not really sure. Like, as a fellow artist, like, what kind of suggestion you can give me if I need to market my artwork? I'm still doing like the coloring book thingy, but so far I can. That's the reason why I use Ko-fi rather than just. I actually do spam like the picture outside from Ko-fi, but I do want people to go to my Ko-fi and download it if they really want to want like the coloring page, because if I get a download, actually I would get like like order, like, even though it is like literally free, you can so like if I go to my page and this is like what you guys look at, you can see this, you click into it and you just press 0, you literally pay for 0 and then you say get it now, you still can get it for free. After you get it for free, it's still considered a single order, despite like like this and that thing. Like you can see, like I paid $0 for like lots of things because I'm broke. But you kind of can see, like, if I paid something for $0 or someone order my stuff for $0, I still can know that there are people wanting this kind of things. But the problem is, so far I see like 0 people download it, so I'm not really sure like people want this or not, or people just confused that, like, like there might be some point people just thought like, oh, you actually have to pay even though it says for free, like with how much will I pay, like this thing. They got confused, and also they do not want to like log into like Ko-fi in the first place, so they just abandon the idea all the way. So I'm not really sure how to like distribute this without like any like compression issues. Of course, I can use Dropbox or like Google Drive or any other like cloud software to like sort of like distribute the artwork, but that way I do not know like how many people download it, and the data I won't get like the feedback, this and that, yet the stuff. I'm not sure like how to get the feedback that way. And also, weird people exist. So if I put like Dropbox or like Google Drive, if I am currently drawing like high profile VTuber as artwork, kind of, in a way, as you already can see, somewhat selling it, even though I don't actually sell it. It's just like I do accept donation if they appreciate the artwork I do. But the problem is, if people see it that way, hardcore like fanatic level fan, they will come and find me. For some, like, weird people in the internet does exist. So if I put Dropbox or my like Google Drive, basically my email is exposed. So if weird people exist, they will find a way to find me. So there is a certain risk. Ko-fi do have a layer of security, even though like weird people still can get through. But it might be easier. It might be slightly harder than just give them like a Google Drive link or like a Dropbox link. Yeah, like due to internet weirdo, it's like we can't have nice thing. So we need to use some site with like some certain restriction, but those certain restrictions also actually restrict people to like give the people a few more steps, and then they'll find a hassle and then don't want to do it. Because you really need to see some value for you to actually go through the hurdle to get it. So my artwork is just my artwork. Even though it's a coloring page, you can do it yourself, but still at the end, does it worth the hurdle to go past through that like Ko-fi login and then press 0 to pay, and then somewhat in some sense it does look like guilt tripping people at this point. So similar way like that, and kind of like it does put a sour note on it in some sense, but I do need to eat. So I don't know how to put it in a way that people would like fine with it. Like this were lots of people not really fine with everything. It's like, yeah, they notice you are taking advantage of like one or two things, and then they'll be like really salty about it for some reasons. Like, here's the thing, like when it comes to world in realities, especially when you really are money shorts, yeah, you should take every possible way. Especially my conditions, like I'm practically like an employed disabled person that can't get any benefit. I really try to like be a bit advantage taking nowadays, because back then I don't really do those kind of things. And if people don't know, I've been like in the internet doing content for like 7-8 years. This is something I recently start to do. It's not because I've fallen or anything, I just accept the fact that I'm actually just a disabled person at this point. Yeah. I still find it weird. Even though like lots of people like encourage me that, yeah, you should take advantage of this, but I still find it weird, you know? And of course, obviously, even why I find it weird, because if I see this kind of thing, I will also like mistook it in some other way. Even I can like mistook it in some other way in the sense. And that's the reasons. And also like, there's lots of time I talk about my conditions without really provide any certificate or anything like that. Even I do, it's like very rare chance. It's not like I'm going to the usual. Let me open up a few things, including the custom dock. Oh, wait. Wow. Even my custom dock is gone. Ooh, this thing hit like a very hardcore hard reset here. Just not now for this thing. Hold on a bit, I can't see anything at the moment. Ooh, this is weird. Let me go ahead and take a look at some things. Start a virtual. Start the virtual camera. And turn on my camera this way. Yep. Or I should share the screen as a cam. It's weird, like after like the blackout, things just become slightly harder to see. I was like halfway on my conversations too, like yeah, government has been very rude to my conversations at the moment. I was like halfway there, and then like it just poop off. Okay, let's copy this one and paste this one. Go to chat. Apply. Oh, this one doesn't work anymore. Game chat. No, game chat is too small. I need. For one, I'm trying to get the internet working. Managed to get internet working, but it seems that it kind of locked me out of lots of stuff, including my OBS. This weirdest thing is like my OBS like have lots of things like being cut off, and also stuff being logged off too. So I need to go to this court one. Hold on a little bit. Still working this thing out. Multi-chat. Okay, applied. For some reason, this thing has just disappeared out of nowhere. Yeah, even most of the token is just gone for some reasons. Maybe it's like the snap connections, like a lot of things just got disconnected. Let me go to some platform stuff. Let's see, account. Yes, login. How about YouTube one? Account. Oh, I got signed out. No wonders. Sign you back in. Continue. Right, continue. Log in successfully. Okay, this thing signed in. Yeah, sorry for like the sudden disconnections. And also, I need to turn on this thing and this thing. In temporary measures, alright, I'm back. Being called to fix some stuff. Hold on. I want to create like some point system. Is like you don't want to see like Kiribaku, like the stand behind Kiribaku. Okay. But I'm not sure it's going to like make like, you know, like make like stuff for like me showing my face as like a point systems. Maybe I can do it like you can hide me for like 5 minutes or something. I can do something like that. But not sure like the countdown system work properly because like basically like how I do it is like doing like a delay countdown systems. Oh, it's so laggy. Ooh, it just crashed. Did I got a ping? Sorry that I was a little bit silent because yeah, the internet cut off and like the power snap thingy is like power outage thingy, like it does screw up a lot of things like behind the scene. So I'm trying to like refix most of the stuff and do some advertisement and thingy, you know, general stuff, general stuff. Too bad, like the prime time for me to like have friends that will kind of like drop into my stream is already past. I do feel a little bit sad about it. My glove is over there. Use my backup glove. I got 3 more backup gloves like on my table if in case I kind of like drop in somewhere else. You know, when I go to the toilet, I take it off. Like somehow I left it in the toilet, and then I still got another glove in my on my table. Obviously, I'm gonna like, take it back. That's the main point. Now I got itchy everywhere. Well, that's like a very short period amount of time that, not very short actually, quite a long period amount of time that the power outage thingy. Even it recovered is like half of the power only recovered. Thankfully my computers and my technically the internet outlet is gone, so it took a little bit while, and I kind of like connect a functionable like outlet and then link it to my other like link it to the modem like outlet. So yeah, a creative solution for everything. Funny thing is, like around this kind of time, that's not really like a lot of people actually using Twitch around this time. Yeah, the artist competitive scene is like really high. To be honest, sometimes like it's really hard to compete if you're not like someone who is like super hot at that point, or like super skill. Why there's so many furry art? Man. I'm trying to scroll down until like bottom of the barrel to see like where I am, but sadly I can't even see myself. Most people have like 20 people like watching, huh? Except me. I feel I'm a little bit sad at this point. Why? Why? Nah, it's fine. I didn't go to the toilet in the first place. Hold on a little bit. I'll be back. And I am back with vengeance. Oh yeah, totally forgot. Calibrate. Yeah, good. And let's get this thing actually started. Oh yeah, I need to like open up the pictures that I downloaded. Not downloaded. Actually, I screenshot like one of the pictures about her. And let's see about how her eyes open. I can zoom in into the eye detail because it's 3D, so like the eye detail is not really that. I won't really say, well, made is more like, you know, have a little bit of restrictions. Oops. Completely on the wrong layers. And also, I made this a little bit too thick. And made this a little bit too thin. Yep. Oh gosh, dang it. Hold on a little bit. I need to do some moderations. You know, every single time I do this kind of things is really ruining my mood most of the time. Hold on a bit. I need to go to the toilet again. I've been chugging lots of water because my sister say my breath smell stink ass. What she suspect is like I never really like talk a lot inside my room, which like is a very opposite effect. So definitely it's me just didn't drink enough water. Oh, wait a minute. I was like, what happened to my sensitivity? You know, it's funny that I kind of like this has been like a known thing that I can't really draw loot stuff that well. I guess it's like been like this like past few times that I have to like, since I've been drawing lots of like VTubers, and most of VTuber have, I won't really say like loot design like added to them. It's more like they inherently, more like the design itself has some like lootness into it. And I might not be able to draw like loot things, but I can draw like sexy thing, you know? That is the best that I can like attempt to do. You know, I'm going to emphasize this again. I may not be able to draw loot, but I can draw sexy, okay? Wow, Ko-Fi suddenly just starts spamming stuff. Yes, yes, people know I have a Ko-Fi, okay? You don't have to remind them twice about that. It's going to be a very bad marketing. Okay, hi there. Yeah, it's rare to see me around this hour anymore, but yeah, usually I stream around this hour actually. I should stream a little bit earlier. Too bad it's like a very rainy day, so like I want to go out eat breakfast, but it's rainy, so I had to wait out for the rain. And once I finished wait out for the rain, I went to eat. It took a while for them to cook. Once I finished eat, I actually started the stream. But the sad thing is like halfway, maybe like around like 30 minutes into the stream, blackout. I was like, oh shit. I can't even do anything like you know, I can't even do any other things that while I was like like the blackout, I tried to like type it in the stream that sorry that disconnected due to blackout and stuff. I can't even do that. Apparently, the phone version of the YouTube or like the YouTube Studio or the YouTube stuff, you can't do anything on your phone. If you have to like type stuff, you can't. That is like the strangest thing in the world. So you literally cannot do anything with the phone. Like the apps for the phone is basically just look pretty for the streaming thing, live stream thing. Not YouTube having a stroke, it's my power line in my area having a stroke. But to be honest, if it's like 1 a.m., you should go to sleep. I might be streaming, but my time zone is different than yours. Mine is literally like afternoon time right now, so if you're tired, you should just go to sleep. I don't mind that. Just dropping by already is a very good gesture itself. So you don't have to be like the avid super fan that always have to be here. Doesn't you slept most of the day yesterday doesn't mean like you don't really need any sleep for today. Doesn't work that way, sadly. Human body works weirdly. No matter how much you sleep, just 1 day of sleep deprived is going to like hurt your tomorrow. It's weird. And trust me on this, I'm the guy who have like sleeping issues. Like you can sleep all days. Seriously, you can sleep all days, but when the time is like nighttime, the time that you should sleep and then you didn't because you thought you kind of like sleep all days is kind of fine, and then the next day you kind of like feel like a little bit under the weather, and I'm not kidding about that. That will actually happen. Our body have something called a circadian rhythm. The moment we go against it, our body will start acting a little bit weird, and we go against it too much, we would get sick the next day. Like immediately get sick the next day. That is like some very weird effect. Of course, there are lots of people like staying up doing their work. That people like that do exist, but also really depends on different people, like body constitutions. Maybe some people are young, they kind of can handle it, but trust me, you are going to get dumber. If you are young people trying to like do this, it actually, like, here's the thing. People in between, how should we call this thing? Plastic memories thingy is starting to activate it and happening around like 5 years old to 17. In between this period, the plastic memory that you have is the way you develop it is basically just going to become who you are. So if you kind of like miss a few days of sleep around this period of age, it actually will harm your ability to like have cognitive like intelligence and thinking, like solving issues, having the ability to like remember stuff, having like a habit on doing things. So prime time to get a good habit is like around age of 5 to age of like 17 to 16. That is like the prime time that in between that you need to like get good memory on remembering the stuff that is actually useful, and get a habit that's healthy, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Else you kind of like still can do it around after 16 or 17, like to the age of 30, but until not even 30, it's like 27 is like your body already start hitting a limit, because bodies still kind of grow even after like 16. It's like your body still grow, but at a very minuscule way. So it's basically, it's like you do some things that like drawing phase, we have like sketching phase, we have like slowly like line art phase, and then like coloring phase. The coloring phase is technically when you reach like 17 to like 27. So once you realize that some of the base of the line is not really that beautiful, like the line art is like pretty shitty, you can't really edit it anymore because you already start coloring it. The more you edit, actually the worse things is going to get. So it's kind of something like that. It's best to like have a much more healthier life around like the age of 5 to like 16, and then you can start like do whatever you want. Like I'm not really even suggest to like start like go hog wild in 17, because those are time that your neurons start to die. So you're just going to further dumbify yourself. That is like no point of return afterward. And I'm not trying to scare the shit out of people that way. It is the truth, because I actually, like I said, I used to be an engineer, and then I went to like 3D animations. But around that period amount of time, I think around the time I was like 21, and I was like doing overnight work almost daily, almost to the point that I literally do not sleep. When some people say like they're awake for 1 or 2 days or 5 days, they still take a nap in between sometimes, or like they're so tired like they doze off. Like even that is considered your brain turn off a little bit and take a little bit break. I literally was waking up, still using my brain at the peak performance, and force myself awake by eating candies and like drinking caffeine, just keep myself awake just to work on project and stuff. And that is not a very healthy life. Around those time, I still have quite a good memory that I know around that time I am like, I'm not bragging, I am legitly a very smart person around that time. But due to all those like sleepless night, I think I killed a lot of my brain cell. Now I can't even do calculation and math that well. And my cognitive ability, like basically a lot of like general ability I have, is just I know is visibly worsened just like after studying engineering. So unless you really want to like become idiot, don't study engineer. If you want to study engineer, just try to manage your life really well. Unlike me, I didn't do it that well, and then yeah, the decisions kind of like bite me back in the ass. I know a lot of times, sometimes when I talk to people right now, I can become like really unreasonable, and sometimes even I kind of like aware that, and I can't help it. It's like some things that I aware, but I really don't have the cognitive ability or the restraint ability to stop myself to do something like that. Sometimes I can be really rude to people, and I could not stop. I aware of it, but I cannot stop it. Like the kind of like control that I have is slowly losing as time goes. I guess this is why like old people is like very cranky. Sometimes they are aware they are actually really rude and really like, you know, mean to people, but they can't really help it. They just like lost the ability to control their emotions in some sense. And I already like that state as a young person in some sense. I'm already 30 years old, but it's not actually that young anymore. But consider some things, this is like something people like from like 70 years old, like 80 years old to have. I already show sign of those kind of like unable to control myself. So yeah, it's better like try to take care of yourself more. And I also know like sometimes when I talk about some things, I also notice that sometimes I just like, you know, some argument happens. I know that, right? But for some reason, I just refuse to lose for some reasons. I know I should not keep talking. I just keep talking. Sometimes I will go into territories that even I do not understand that well. And then just keep arguing a losing battle. It's like if you're not like that expert of things, don't try to do it. It's like you are just going to embarrass yourself. If your friends kind of like, yeah, it's fine, just Kiri doing Kiri things. If they're kind of fine, it's still kind of okay, but you can't really like let that kind of like stuff, you know, let that kind of like stuff keep going on. People is going to get sick of it one day. Not sure, because there's a lots of song not getting noticed. Aside from song, there's a lot of artwork that pump out in the internet that's actually really good, but also no one noticed. Like me, I exist and nobody noticed me. How many times do you think like have any like other extra audience here for you to have conversation with, or have a conversation with me? Not a lot. It's a mystery that nobody can answer. Not you, not me, no one. All you can do is persist until day, because like song is something that bingeable. So it's like it's going to like appear here and there, and then people is going to notice one day. All you need to do is like people is going to like listening one day or not. You just keep singing until one day maybe you got like one song that people really like, and then they go and find your other song, and then they'll be like, oh, this song is actually good too, and then like more and more songs again that you just made is being discovered. That is like how song work. Actually similar with like how artwork works too. Technically it's not how artwork works. People only look at it now, they don't really look at the past that much, unless they really want to dig some dirt from you. But for content creator, people should actually just binge on not binge on, it's like what they call it, put a bet on what they do, because you might not have a audience around that particular amount of time, but you have to bang in, and like one thing is like one day, just one day, there will be like one persons that kind of like interesting at your certain content, maybe talking about that your certain content maybe is talking about news or talking about interesting stories, and then once they kind of like know it's a bingeable content, like they can just like listen to everything, and then they'll be like you know, people would just kind of like find it. Oh, it's like this one channel that I like a lot. It's called Vgen. The creator is just used to be article writers, and he wrote a lot of stuff, and then he know that once people get interesting like about the fact he talk about, people would be able to binge it. So he made like a lot of you know, a lot of like stuffed. And then once you know like, oh, this is a very interesting person, and then you just watch everything he does in the past, because fact is fact, you can't really like change it. So it's like it's a history been made, so you just talk about it, and then you seems like interesting in it, and then you just keep watching all the older content, and then voila, you got like lots of people watching. You just need like one video kind of like hit off, and then like everything will like go smooth as a cell. So yeah, that's a lot of things.